Hello there, you're now watching TVS News at 5 with me, Muhammad Yusuf. Let us begin with our top story. Sarawak Energy has received a rating of A3 or stable outlook from Moody's Investors Service and was assigned an A- from S&P Global Ratings in its first issuer credit ratings from international credit rating agencies. The grade ratings reflect SEB's position as Sarawak's primary electricity utility company and its pivotal role in Sarawak's economic development.
The ratings and outlook also mirror and equalize the ratings of Malaysia's largest renewable energy developer. Sarawak Energy Group Chief Executive Officer Dato' Haji Sharbini Suhaili said the achievement reflects SEB's strength while benchmarking the company with its regional peers. Meanwhile, its Chief Financial Officer Alexander Chin said the ratings will provide opportunities for SEB to tap into the international and sustainable financing market to materialize its aspiration of becoming a regional powerhouse. Sarawak Energy also has an existing 15 billion ringgit Sukuk Musyarakah program, which is rated AAA/stable by RAM Rating Services Berhad, the leading and largest credit rating agency in Malaysia and Southeast Asia.
The collaboration between the Centre of Technical Excellence, SHEDA-CENTEXS, and Sarawak Housing and Real Estate Developers, SHEDA, was not given a timeline, indicating an endless possibilities in its collaboration. In line with the Sarawak government's aspiration to transform and bring in a digital economy into the housing and real estate sector through the pioneer program known as the Smart Home, Smart City, which will be initiated at the Sri Pertiwi Housing, Kuching.
A memorandum of understanding was signed on June 8 between the Chief Executive Officer of SHEDA-CENTEXS, Sain Hussein Wan Abdul Rahman, and SHEDA's President Augustine Wong, witnessed by the General Manager of SHEDA-CENTEXS Commercial, Shahrin Yusri, and SHEDA's Secretary General, RISQUE. During a press conference, SITE disclosed this collaboration is mainly established to train experts to implement the program in the near future.
Number one is area of training, actually, for us to train the engineers, technicians for the housing projects. Right now, a lot of gaps in the for the expertise to develop, to build houses and all this. So we would like to collaborate with SHEDA on those training areas.
The cost to transform a conventional house into a smart house, SITE disclosed, is roughly 5,000 ringgit. Of course, attempts to transform these houses will be faced with multiple challenges for both SHEDA and SHEDA-CENTEXS, as consumers will take some time to get used to an automated life. Additionally, the collaboration will enable both to produce the commercialization of technology and innovative gadgets to support the modernization of homes in Sarawak. These will be highlighted during SHEDA's Real Estate Expo 2022, which will take place on September 30th, 2022.
Now, a 31-year-old man was found guilty by the Kuching Magistrates Court for possessing risque photographs of his colleague in 2019. He was fined 3,500 ringgit and default 3 months in jail for his inappropriate behavior under Section 292(a) of the Penal Code.
Based on the facts of the case, the suspect, where only his surname was revealed as Ling, committed the offense on September 6, 2019 at about 11 p.m. at his residence in Taman Satria Jaya. The victim, 44, informed her superior of the misbehavior when she realized that there was a spy camera installed in the women's lavatory at about 6 p.m. on the same date, and a police report was lodged immediately. Further inspection by the staff of the suspect's company found that the camera had been installed by another employee with the purpose of recording female employees while they are going about their business in the toilet. Videos and photographs were later found on Ling's hard drive, which was later seized, alongside his laptop, a tablet, and 3 pen drives. He was arrested at his residence at about 11 p.m. The files, however, were never released, as he only used them privately.
An attempt to traffic 6 illegal immigrants, including a woman, into Sarawak was foiled by authorities. Police arrested an individual believed to be the skipper at kilometer 2 Jalan Entugam Lubuk Antu earlier this morning during an inspection. All 6 suspects were aged between 16 to 24 years old and were detained after failure to produce their legal travel documentation and personal identification.
Pada jam lebih kurang 6 pagi Selasa, pasukan polis bersama 2 anggota rela yang menjalankan tugas sekatan jalan raya SGR Benteng di kilometer 2 Jalan Entugam Lubuk Antu telah menahan dan membuat pemeriksaan terhadap sebuah kenderaan jenis Hyundai Getz berwarna hitam yang datang dari arah Batu Kaya menuju ke Pekan Lubuk Antu. Kereta tersebut kemudian ditahan dan didapati seorang pemandu lelaki warga tempatan membawa 6 orang penumpang. Hasil pemeriksaan mendapati seorang wanita duduk di bahagian penumpang hadapan, manakala 5 orang lelaki berada di tempat duduk belakang.
The case will be investigated under Section 26J of the Anti-Trafficking in Persons and Anti-Smuggling of Migrants Act 2007 and Immigration Act 1959-63. If found guilty, suspects may be punished with jail time of not more than 5 years and a compound of not more than 250,000 ringgit or both.
Now, a common misconception that Yayasan Sarawak or the Sarawak Foundation is solely for Bumiputra and Malay. However, Premier of Sarawak Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg rectified the misconception, stating that the foundation provides scholarships and assistance to people of all races who are Sarawakians.
We have Chinese representative in the person of Datuk William Lim, the ex-director of audit. He is there. And when we want to give scholarship or loan, it is deliberated in the board. And we want to be fair to all communities. But sometimes we want to proceed as if Yayasan Sarawak only meant for Bumiputra or for the Malays alone, which is wrong.
Abang Johari said in his speech at the Sarawak Foundation's 50th anniversary at the Pullman Hotel on Tuesday. Speaking on the foundation's scholarships and assistance, Abang Johari noted that since its inception in 1971, it had aided about 1.83 million Sarawakians.
Dan sekarang ini kita telah menghantar banyak penuntut kita. Kalau di Universiti Teknologi Sarawak, kita ada 2,825 orang yang telah kita hantar. Kalau di SHEDA-CENTEXS kita telah hantar 3,165 graduate di SHEDA-CENTEXS. Di Ketin 8,893 orang di Ketin. Swinburne 7,427 orang.
Welcome back. Now, during the recent United Nations Security Council meeting, Russia's UN ambassador, Vasily Nebenzia, decided to storm out of it midway. This was following a statement by the European Council President Charles Michel, who accused Moscow of fueling a global food crisis with its invasion of Ukraine.
The dramatic consequences of Russia's war are spilling over across the globe, and this is driving up food prices, pushing people into poverty and destabilizing entire regions. And Russia is solely responsible for this food crisis, Russia alone, despite the Kremlin's campaign of lies and disinformation. I've seen it with my own eyes a few weeks ago in Odessa. Millions of tons of grain and wheat stuck in containers and ships because of Russian warships in the Black Sea and because of Russia's attack on transport infrastructure. And it is Russian tanks, Russian bombs and mines that are preventing Ukraine from planting and harvesting.
Michel told Vasily he may leave the room because it's easier not to listen to the truth. He had also accused Russian troops of war crimes and crimes against humanity, specifically citing reports of sexual violence.
We hear reports of Russian forces wielding sexual violence as a weapon of war. Sexual violence is a war crime, a crime against humanity, a tactic of torture, terror and repression. Shameful acts in a shameful war. And this must be exposed to the light of day and prosecuted without impunity.
Which prompted a response from Nabinzia.
Хотели бы еще раз категорически опровергнуть любые обвинения российских военнослужащих в секс-насилии. Мы решительно отвергаем эту ложь.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine has fueled a global food crisis with prices for grains, cooking oils, fuel and fertilizers soaring. Russia and Ukraine account for nearly a third of global wheat supplies, while Russia is also a fertilizer exporter and Ukraine is an exporter of corn and sunflower oils.
More than 6,000 migrants left the city of Tapachula heading towards the United States, timing their journey to coincide with the Summit of the Americas in Los Angeles this week. Migration activists said the group could be one of the region's largest migrant caravans in recent years. Caravan organizer Luis Garcia Villagran said the group represented various nationalities of people fleeing hardship in their home countries.
Dios mediante Estados Unidos, Dios mediante Estados Unidos.
¿Por qué están en esta caravana, hermano?
Hermano, tenemos ya casi un mes aquí y no nos han solucionado lo de la visa humanitaria. Queremos un futuro para nuestra familia, no somos violentos. Solo queremos un mejor futuro para nuestra familia.
Ustedes saben que hoy se celebra la Cumbre de las Américas.
Sí, señor, por eso salimos hoy.
¿Qué piensan respecto a todo esto que está pasando?
La verdad es que es complicado, amigo. Es complicado. Solo queremos que nos dejen el permiso para transitar sin ninguna clase de inconveniente.
US President Joe Biden is expected to announce a regional pact on migration later in the week. The migrants, including many children, began their trip early under rainfall and fanned out across several highway lanes, with some wearing plastic ponchos and holding umbrellas. Large caravans heading to the United States also traveled across Mexico in 2018 and 2019, mostly comprising Central Americans, followed by smaller groups in recent years.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates, both locally and internationally, just a click away by heading on to our website at www.tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. That's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Mohammed Yusuf. Thank you for watching.